Hello everyone and welcome back to my island. Biscuit. I couldn't remember what it was then. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Anyway, welcome back to my island, Biscuit. This is my grandma called island and today we've got quite a bit to do. So let's get started. We aren't at the stage ready to start building yet, but we are at the stage where I need to get my campsite, which is scary in itself. And also I want to get to 3 stars today. So there's the goal. Also, I did time travel to April and I absolutely love these trees. I don't know what it is. I just adore them. Although the background isn't so great. Don't look at that. Look at the beautiful trees instead. Right, let's go to see Tom because I think he's going to give us the... Oh, he's watching the cherry blossom. It's gone. Boone, it's gone. Just give up. I'm going to go see Tom. Oh my gosh, he talks so much. He talks so much. I feel like I was in there for about 8 hours. I swear. We now need to build a campsite and we also have to design a wardrobe. Well, build a cupboard so that I can customize it because I haven't done the customization workshop yet. So right, let's get building. Hopefully I've got enough stuff on me. All right, so let's build this campsite. And then I want to keep crafting. I want to make the cupboard or the wardrobe. You know, do everything at once. Here's Boone. Here's Boone. By the way, so many of you hate Boone. So many of you do not like Boone. He's not that bad. He's not the worst gorilla, right? So we're just going to pop the campsite on the beach. Hopefully it fits. Also, yes, I forgot to tell everybody. I got Able Sisters. I did a couple of things off camera. I did like some time traveling. I went and got some items from the treasure island. I got Able Sisters. I haven't got any custom codes yet, so don't worry. We haven't done any of that yet. I literally just did those few bits. Oh, and I upgraded my house a little bit because I couldn't be dealing with the small storage. You don't have to, by the way. I will make it clear what you do and don't have to do to get 3 stars, but we'll talk about that when we get to that point. We've just built the campsite. I'm going to go customize this cupboard and then we're going to time travel so that we can get our first campsite villager. I'm kind of nervous. I'm just going to plop down my wardrobe here. That will do. And then put my stuff away. And then we're going to time travel and get our campsite villager. I'm so scared. Let's get it over and done with. I will see you in 2 days time. But it'll be like 10 seconds for you. Anyway, I'll see you in 2 days time. Okay, so it is the next day. It is time. It is time for the dreaded campsite. Let's go see who we have been either blessed or burdened with. Oh, it's Cheese Mouse. Okay, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I'm not angry or mad at this. I don't think I've ever had Cheddar. I know a lot of you are probably not going to like him. I am concerned why his nose is green. Okay, so we got to ask him to live here. Yeah, we don't really have a choice, but it's okay. It could have been worse. Like I said, we could have ended up with like Chops or something. Right, let's go get him a house sorted and then we can go and get the first 2 actual official villagers for my island. I'm not going to be doing a villager hunt. I'm just going to go grab them from a treasure island if I'm being honest. It just makes life easier. But right, let's get Cheddar sorted. I'm realizing we don't really have a lot of beach space, but we're just going to pop Cheddar's house down here. It's out the way. It's, you know, it will do. He's not going to stay. And then we have it sold. It's sold. Now what we have to do is get to 3 stars. Now you do need to go and talk to Tom Nook and Isabel again, or I think actually just Tom Nook. So you will need to go to speak to Tom Nook again and he will tell you obviously that we need to get 3 stars. So we need to improve the island rating. Here is how I do it. Okay, here is how I do it. First things first, I want to get 2 more villagers moved in. So I'm going to get 2 more plots. Okay, so we've just picked up 1 plot. Now you can only pick up 1 plot at a time. It's kind of annoying. So I can go and place this one down and then go and get another one, but you know, you can't pick more than 1 up at a time. It's fine. Right, we're gonna pop this one here. Hopefully it goes in. Oh no, too close to the water. It's not even near the water. Right, pop it here. There we go. So there's our first plot. And then we should be able to go and get another one. Right, so yeah, it did let me get another plot. By the way, I do not recommend this if you villager hunt. So if you use Nook Mile tickets to find your villagers and don't use treasure islands, just fill your campsite house first and then put the plot down and then go villager hunting, okay? Don't do it all on the same day like me. Unless you have access to a treasure island where you can pick up the villagers, don't do it this way. So yeah, if you are villager hunting with Nook Mile tickets, I will tell you again, put your campsite house down, fill your campsite house up, let the villager move in, then go speak to Tom Nook and ask to put a plot down and only put 1 down because, you know, you want to go villager hunting. So go villager hunting find the village you want, fill the plot. Let them move in, or at least go to the next day and then do another plot and then do the same thing again, because I don't think you can go villager hunting for 2 plots on the same day. And you don't want to accidentally forget about this plot and it autofill. Just thought I'd let you all know. Just do it that way. Unless obviously like me, you have access to a treasure island, then just do it this way. It's much quicker. Anyway, I'm going to go grab the villagers I want. Okay, here's our first villager. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. If you don't know, this is Rosie, even though it says her name on the screen, but I just want to say her name. I love Rosie. She was one of the first cats I ever had on an island. And then there it is. She's coming to our island. Oh my gosh, I love her. She's so cute. All right, here's our second villager of the day. Move to my island, Punchy, you sweet little pea. And there we have it. We have our 8 villagers. We just got to move them all in. While I'm here on the treasure island, I'm just going to quickly grab some trees because we're going to need those. We're going to need those to help with our 3 stars. I normally like to just grab 3 of each of the fruit trees. You don't have to have the fruit trees, but I just do. Obviously, if you get sent fruit from the mum, then definitely plant those. But I always like to grab 3 of each tree. So there's 6, and then there's 9, 12, 15. So I normally plant 15 trees, and that normally is okay. Also, while I'm here, we're going to quickly grab some flowers. It doesn't matter what flower. Obviously, if you grab flowers that you're planning on using, it's always better. Let me see. I know I want to have yellow flowers. I think I want the hyacinths. Oh, these white hyacinths are so pretty. Okay, we might have those. I normally try to grow at least 40. See, these are nice, but they're so bright. They're too bright for what I want. So I think I'm going to stick with the hyacinth because they're definitely a nice pale color. So let's just get some more. So this should be 40. So 40 flowers and 15 trees. So yeah, we're going to plant 15 trees and 40 flowers on our island. We'll be back later to pick up some other colors and stuff for decorating, but for now this should be all good. Okay, so now that we're back and the villagers are going to be moving in, we just need to time travel. I think I'm going to have to go forward 3 days, I think, because obviously we have to move Cheddar in. Cheddar. I tried to say that really posh apparently. Anyway, we need to move him in, and then we got to move in Punchy, who's going there, and then Rosie over here. I'm just double checking. So yeah, they've got to move in, and while that's happening, what we might as well do is plant our flowers. So like I said, it doesn't really matter at the moment what flowers you plant. I just plant 40. You can just buy them from Nook's Cranny. Plant all your flowers, and if you need to grow your trees, definitely plant your trees. Well, your fruit especially. Just grow your trees, pop them in, grow them, do whatever you need to do, just put them all down. Okay, so now that we've planted our 15 trees, I'm going to time travel 3 days. Now don't worry, towards the end of this video, we will do a recap before I go and get the 3-star rating from Isabel. But for now, I need to time travel 3 days, so I'll see you in 3 in-game days time. Okay, so I actually time traveled 4 days. Now, the reason I time traveled 4 instead of 3 is because I needed to grow the flowers. So it is important that your trees are fully grown, and so are your flowers if you want to get 3 stars. So here we go, we've got a lovely flower field. Also, Daisy May. Right, so Rosie has moved in. Punchy has moved in, and so has Cheddar. Okay, so now we're on to the last and final step of our process. Tom Nook gives you fencing, right? After you do the first 3 houses, Tom Nook always gives you 50 pieces of simple wooden fencing. What we're going to do is just go anywhere on the island, anywhere whatsoever, and we're just going to place it all down. The whole lot. Just want to whack it all down, pop anywhere, anyhow, however you like. If you want to decorate with it, then go for it, but I always do this. I always put it in a big old square. So there it is. We've placed all 50 pieces of fencing. And now we have to do a couple more things. Well, actually, maybe only one more thing. So now what we want to do is we want to grab 40 different pieces of furniture. So I'm going to empty my bag. I have been going to the treasure island. Also, I don't think it necessarily has to be furniture. You can also put down bugs, fish that you've caught. I don't know if mannequins work. I think clothes work. Just 40 of any different stuff. Just 40 of anything that's different. So I grabbed a whole bag of stuff. I made sure it was all different. I don't know necessarily if everything has to be like completely a different item. I don't know that much. I don't think there's any real science behind 3 stars. I'm just showing you how I do it. This is how I do it. If you do it a different way and it works for you, amazing, perfect. But this is how I do it, because I know a lot of people ask how I do it, and I've done it this way for months, if not years. I have changed my method a little bit. I have realized that you don't need to have another incline and another bridge. You don't need to do those things, which is what I did in my last video about 3 stars. You just need to whack as much stuff down as possible. Just put it anywhere. It doesn't matter. You got to pick it up later, so just bear that in mind. And there it is. I have placed down 40 different items. Okay, so we're going to do a checklist. Oh, cute little Rosie. Right, let's do a checklist, okay? We're doing a full-blown checklist. Here we go. Things that you must have on your island. You must have the museum. The museum doesn't necessarily have to be upgraded, but you do need to have Blathers in a tent. You actually need this to get resident services to upgrade itself in the first place. So yeah, you do need this building. Another building you 100% need is Nook's Cranny. You also need this to progress in the story, so it's a definite must. It does not have to be upgraded though, so don't worry about upgrading it. You have to have at least 8 villagers moved into your island, so they have to be moved in. They can be in boxes if they've just moved in and they've got boxes in their house because they're going to be moved in officially the next day. That is fine, but they have to physically be appearing on your map. So you have to have 8 villagers at least. You don't necessarily have to have 10. If you want to have 10, you can have 10, but you can get away with 8 in the beginning. Something you do not have to have is Able Sisters. You do not need this building to get 3 stars. Obviously, you're going to want this building because this allows you to get custom codes for your island. But when you're just trying to rush through to 3 stars, you don't need to necessarily have this building. So it's not too much of an issue if you do or don't. Another thing you don't need to worry about is your house. You do not need to have an upgraded house. So you have to have a house. So you can't be in the tent, but you can get away with just not fully upgrading it. It doesn't matter what stage it's at or how much storage it has. You don't need to worry about that. So yeah, don't worry too much about your house. Obviously, the bigger the house, the more storage, so that's a better thing. You only need to keep this one bridge. So before I told everyone that you need to have an extra incline or an extra bridge. It's not true. You don't need that. I've been doing this way for a few months now, and each time I've only ever had this one bridge that Nook told me to build, and it's done me great. So you only need to have this bridge. Try not to have as many dropped items on the floor. If you've got a few of these sticks lying around, it's not so bad, but if you've got a whole pile of loads of stuff that you've just dropped on the floor, make sure that you pick that up before you go and talk to Isabel, because she doesn't like mess on the floor, so don't drop anything. Pick most of your weeds, but not all of them. As you can see, I have weeds on this 2nd tier and the 3rd tier. I haven't picked those. You don't need to. I normally just pick all the weeds on my 1st level, and it's normally okay like that. So yeah, just pick all the weeds on the 1st level, and Isabel should be happy with that. Also, do not chop down any of the trees that are already on your island, or get rid of any of the flowers that are already on your island as well. These will help towards your goals in the, I think it's the natural goal that Isabel gives you with like having a certain amount of natural stuff. Leave these alone. Just leave them be. Leave them up here. Leave them down there. Leave your fruit trees. Just leave all the trees and flowers. Just let them grow. Let them be. You can get rid of them after you've got 3 stars. Make sure to place down all 50 pieces of fencing that you get from Tom Nook after you finish the first 3 houses. Make sure you place them all down. It doesn't really matter where. Just plop them all down and you should be good. Also, put down 40 pieces of furniture or bugs or fish. You know, the ones in the cages. I think even cloves works. Just put down a whole load of stuff. Maybe every time you pop a balloon, you can put that piece of furniture just randomly somewhere on the floor. But make sure you have a good amount so it makes Isabel happy. Another thing that you really need to do is plant some more trees. Plant the fruit trees that you get from your mum. So the free fruits that your mum sends you, plant those in the ground straight away and grow those. Remember to give yourself 4 days to let something fully grow. It must be fully grown to count. I normally just plant 15 fruit trees, and it's normally okay because I keep all the other trees that I've already got on the island, and Isabel normally seems happy with that. Also down here I have 40 flowers. Just plant 40 flowers. Just 40 extra flowers, and that should work too. And now if you do all of these things, you will get 3 stars. I do this every single time, and we get 3 stars every single time without fail. So make sure you follow that little checklist that I've just given you, and you should be all good. Now let's go speak to Isabel. Okay, so that was a lot of talking with Tom Nook and him telling me what I had to do next. Anyway, let's check our island evals and let's see if we got 3 stars. We should have. Yes, let's go. We did it. We did it. Now, if you do struggle with getting the 3 stars, if Isabel wants natural stuff, just chuck down more trees. You can't go wrong with trees. If Isabel wants more decoration, just chuck a bunch more decoration items down. And that should be the only things really that you might have issues with or get stuck with. So just chuck those things down, pay attention to what she says, and you should be all good and you'll get 3 stars really easy. And look, KK Slider's turning up. It's great. Also, how does Tom Nook just have KK Slider's phone number? Why not just invite him anyway? And there we have it. We have our 3 stars. KK Slider will be here tomorrow, but we're not gonna go through that today. Now what we need to do is do whatever we feel like. So now normally at this point I go around and I pick all my stuff up and I normally chop a bunch of trees down. I normally only chop the trees down that are near the front of my island. Now I was thinking for the next video we could do a little bit of code chopping, a little bit of planning, maybe make a star on the entrance. Who knows? I don't know what we're going to do in the next video. I'm very excited though. I have some ideas for codes that I can't wait to share with everybody. And yeah, there it is. That's how we get to 3 stars super quickly. And there it is. We finished today's video. We got 3 stars. I'm so happy. It didn't take long. And once again, my plan worked flawlessly for me. And I'm so happy it still does. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jellybean family. Hope you have the loveliest of days. And I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.